What are we doing here? Surprise visit. Something important's about to happen. They don't know I'm coming. Let's do this.
What's this?
How you going?
We got everything on top.
Yeah. How you going, boys?
Morning, buddy.
Surprise visit. How you going?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Big day.
Big day.
No one knows what's going on. I just said something big's about to happen.
Ah, very good.
Let's go and have a look.
Gotta find it.
This is where bar crushers are made. This is where they're born.
I can see it.
Oh dear, here we go. What's this one? That's a nice one. That's a nice one. G'day. That's a nice one. Here he is. How you going, mate?
Good, mate. How you going?
Surprise visit. Look at that. Isn't that the sexiest thing you've ever seen? Look at it. How excited am I? Well, this is the office, Fight for the Eggs, forever. The office, where we'll be working, where we'll be making YouFishTV for you to watch. Have a look at it. Step for the kids still, so they can fish on the boat. We've got the deck wash, the door, of course, the awesome big bar crusher bait board. Big live well, stainless steel, the same as before. She's awesome. Look at him. Yeah. And I would just like to say, this is Peter Cleland. We met about 3 years ago. He took a punt on me, he took a punt on YouFishTV. And let me just say this right now, look you right in the eye. There wouldn't be a YouFishTV if it wasn't for Peter, okay? So if you're watching this and you're enjoying the show, that's the man you've got to thank. And these Australian built beauties. Keeps it going, keeps it rolling, keeps me inspired, pushes me, but not in the typical sponsor sort of way, in a personal way, in a fishing way. You know, what you see right now is what you get. I don't want to make you embarrassed or anything like that, but
I do feel a bit embarrassed.
But that's the way it is, and just like everything else we do, I just thought I'd switch the camera on and roll up and just see what unfolds today. So, oh mate, thanks, Steve.
That's all right, buddy.
Thanks. Is that a new model trailer, is it? Is that the first of the new kind?
They've been coming through for a couple of weeks now, so we're just in the transition period where all 13-inch tandem trailers will be coming out with the much better looking metal guards, much tougher.
Bar crusher inscribed in order to see.
Bar crusher cut in on the side. And yeah.
Alright, so next we're going to get Matt to go over it in about 4 minutes flat. He's going to show us everything we need to know about this bar crusher. No one knows more about bar crushers than Matt.
The new 670 hardtop has a bigger winch than your current boat. We've now upsized to the midi size motor, so same size spool, just a bigger motor compared to the mini you have in your current boat. Like with every bar crusher packaged up trailer, the bar catch, you know how good this is for launching and retrieving on your own, or if you're doing a beach launch down at Walkerville. Electric brakes on the trailer, 4-wheel disc brake. The boat fully loaded with fuel and gear will be over 2 tons, so electric brakes is important. Extra 25 ponies on the back of this big girl this season. 175 is now the engine of choice for the YouFish boat.
And not just 175, mate, but
with VVT, variable valve timing. Going to come in very handy in the offshore conditions, in the big swells, ploughing through in following seas. And we've all seen you head 60, 70 k's out off Lake's entrance. you're going to just do it much more comfortably and easier now, and a little bit more, it'll just be a little bit nicer in the hard top.
Faster. We're going to go faster.
Kilowatt transducer sends all the snapper signals back to the Raymarine unit on the dash. We were running 600 watts on the last boat. We're now up to a kilowatt. Of course, trim tabs make all boats better.
Yeah, there's not a boat out there that's not improved with these babies. And if you want to know more about them, we've actually done some bar crusher clips on YouTube explaining these on the old boat. And it's a very popular clip, well, let me tell you.
It's, any education is good. Let's hop up and in and have a closer look inside.
All right, I'll get up after you.
Well, set up like all bar crushers. Live bait tank is plumbed. Bait board, which is removable. Twin batteries, which is essential. Rear folding seat, which is good for the kids, which will fold away flush when it's serious fishing time and get out of the way. You'll see down in the rear sump, big bilge pump and big live bait pump are standard in all bar crusher boats. We've decked out this boat with a few options that Brendan needs for his specific type of fishing, because we put packages together to suit everybody from the first time boat owner to someone as experienced as Brendan with thousands of hours out in the water. Saltwater deck wash keeps the boat nice and clean while you're fishing. Any little bits of pilchard and muck can be hosed off while you're fishing. It'll cut your cleaning time at the end of the day down in half. No one likes to put their nice expensive rods and reels in the side pockets or up in the cabin, so we have clip-on rod holders which support them vertically for the drive to and from the boat ramp.
And handy because you can move them.
Nothing worse than permanently fixed rod holders that become shin bashers. When you're finished with these ones, you slide them up and out of the way.
So before, mate, we used to have a kill tank here and the fuel tank went in there. So that's the fuel tank there, everyone, and that's the filling, that's where we fill it up there. It used to be 190 litres. How much are we estimating we're going to increase the range by now?
We're up to about 240 litres now.
240.
Which should give you plenty of range. Just going back to personalising boats for people's needs, you can see we've got two different seat boxes now in Brendan's boat. Tackle trays on one side and a bit of secure storage on the passenger side. Not everyone needs two tackle boxes under both seat bases. Some guys want to have a bit of storage for their personal belongings.
Safety gear, you know, flares. And over here we've got the tackle boxes, which obviously I can remove and put all my tackle in. And this is the secret to a U-boat. We have these lights aiming out down on the water, so when you get a big gummy shark or big snapper up alongside at night, we can see it. So we've got one of those each side, and then normal cockpit lights.
GME supply our 27 meg and VHF radios. Nice Raymarine hybrid touch, so this is the 9-inch touch series of the Raymarine units, which is linked up to our to the kilowatt transducer. We're also running chirp technology in this unit. And of course up on the roof, as you saw before, the radar, which is high definition colour radar. GMI 10s will do all the fuel management for the Suzuki. They will count every drop, every mil of fuel which goes through the engine and let us know what we're using, what sort of range we have remaining, litres remaining, every possible bit of information you could ever need for those offshore trips. And
obviously hydraulic steering.
Hydraulic steering is standard in every single bar crusher, even the little 535s. And then up in the cabin, you got your full set of V-berth bunks with infills. We know Brendan spends a lot of time on his boat. So overnighters is not a problem. Nice big comfy area up in the front there.
You know, you can store your goodies up under here.
Plenty of storage under all your big cushions. Get all your safety gear up and out of the way so you can keep your cockpit nice and clear for fishing.
And that is the cockpit where it's all going to happen over the next couple of years. Have a look at that. And that's all we've got time for after our break. Back into what we do best, catching. We'll see you then.